Okay, give me just 2 seconds to make sure everything is working properly. Congratulations on first plague. And then we can get started. I'm not sure if you guys can even like hear the game. Like I'm having some of the music go. But yeah, just give me literally like a few seconds and we'll get started.
Standing in front of people I meet, laughter I seek, friendships forming as we go. When we talk and confide, those feelings inside turn to joy and thoughts that flow from my mind as I find something more in these friends that I adore. Still each and every day, wish that I could get away from the yearning to be who I'll be. Finding myself finally free. I'm just yearning so that I can see that maybe what I need. I'm finding.
All right, hello everybody. This is weird. I'm not starting with the fuzzy hat because Bob's not in here right now. He's actually supporting another streamer that is presently playing YAGS. So, and I was in there for a minute, just, you know, checking out their stuff, seeing how they were enjoying the game. They are, I think, going on the Dan Trail. Oh my goodness. My boyfriends are outside being very loud right in front of my door. Hey, Alette. Yes, but cool. So, we're back today with more YAGs. And last time, sup, we're back today with YAGs. Yes. Plu, hello, how go? Not Zomboid? I cry. No, not Zomboid today. Yeah, no, today we're playing YAGs. We've been playing it for the last couple of weeks. This is actually, Plu, you might have seen Bob C Games. This is a game that he created. It's part of one of his universes. He's the dev that I'm also player testing Friday's game. I player tested a different game for him last Friday, and I'm going to continue that game this Friday. But yes, this is a very good. It's advertised as like a dating sim, but it's like a dating sim, college simulator, coming out simulator, how to make friends type thing. Um, oh, want to see the rest of the shirt, please? Yeah. Cute, gay, and ready to slay. My boyfriend's got this for me the other day. Yeah, and I don't know. I really like the color on it. It fits this one. Um, ooh, damn right you are. Thank you, Plague. Just trying to see more of me. Um, which actually you have no problem doing. But yes, so I think this probably is going to be our last stream of YAGS on this run. And I might revive it again in a few weeks because we have a ton of characters that we can go through to try and date. Do you hear that? You hear that, Plague? We have a lot of dating options. A lot of dating options. Uh, and I would like to see more of them because I actually haven't ended up with anybody yet. This is my second like full playthrough, uh, and yeah, we're actually like so close to getting Jake. So I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna actually start getting to it. Quick housekeeping though, if you are over on YouTube, feel free to go ahead and like this stream. If you are on vertical, I usually have a little banner over here that says horizontal is available. If you want to watch the horizontal, great. This game isn't the best vertical because it is a visual novel. But yes, if you're on YouTube, feel free to like the stream, horizontal or vertical. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you're not new and just haven't subscribed yet. If you're over on Twitch, feel free to follow. There isn't a way to like a Twitch stream yet, which seems counterproductive, but whatever. And let's get into it. Okay, okay, okay. Um, there we go. We got that. This is good. This is good. Cool. C'est bon. You can hear the song playing now. I'm going to cut that for a minute. That way we can do desktop audio. That way... Woo. That way we can hear if anybody redeems stuffs. And we're playing this one, right? Yes, that was last... No, this one. That was last active on June 13th. Oh, so I played this like almost exactly a year ago. Okay. Monday, September 25th. You take your calc and physics exams on Monday and Tuesday. Also, let me know how the music sounds. And if you can hear it, if it's too low, if it's combating my voice, let me know. Physics never was your best subject, and you find yourself wishing you'd studied a lot more. I also have to make sure that that's up. Even calculus ended up being a challenge. You're pretty sure you failed both exams. Okay. Wow. I know there is a certain level in this game that, like, your grades do matter. I think it actually helps or hurts you with one of the potential options. But, yes. There we go. Oh, what is the personality trait? Oh, is gay a personality trait? In the game? No, I think it's just like a predetermined part of it. That, yeah. I'm actually thinking, I think Bob has some games where you can like date either gender. But yeah, for this one, no, it's definitely all that. You're pretty sure you failed both exams. You meet Hannah for some arcade games on Tuesday, having finished your homework for the week already. She feels like she did well in her exams. Well, good. At least we can be happy for our friend. Nick and Jake spend the evening doing homework, instead concerned about their exam performance. Yika. Oh no! What did AutoMod not do or not allow? AutoMod has been kicking me in the teeth lately, or has been kicking my chats in the teeth lately because I hear you, buddy. Give me 2 seconds. Because it hasn't even been showing me like what it's not allowing people to say. And it's doing it again where it's not allowing me to see what people are saying. Alright, bud. Let's come in. Come up here. Show everyone your cute shirt. Oh, yeah. Special treat. Merlin decided to come in. And he's wearing his cute little, what is this? This is the Jurassic World shirt. There you go, bud. Relax and make some huevos rancheros. Fair enough. That's a better idea than stressing out about exams. Because honestly, there's nothing you can do after you take them. So, you missed a call from your parents while you're out. Oh, I just realized. I think I've missed every opportunity in this game to come out to our parents. Interesting. I've never done that before. I mean, I've only played this game all of like 2-3 times, but still. Is he? No, he's being shy. He isn't going to be in camera. You dutifully call them back and manage to get off the phone after only an hour. You contact James during the week, but he's always busy with rehearsals. Freaking facts. Apparently, his show opens on Saturday. Oh my goodness. Come on in. Draco's also gracing us with his presence, and he's going to be less camera shy. You attempt to buy tickets, but find they're already sold out. You message Dan during the week. You talk and get to know him better. You also meet up for a quick in the Q&A room. It's surprisingly good. Surprisingly. Okay. I guess we had low standards after last time with Dan. You feel a little guilty for it though, although Dan assures you that Liz will never find out. I mean, eh. I understand the guilt, and at the same time, it's like, A, it already happened. B, who really cares? Congratulations on, oh my god, on second, Bob. And on goes the fuzzy hat. I knew it was only a matter of time. This goes off at the 30-minute mark. uh, uh, okay, no, I already read that. Carlos continues to be frustrated with his cast and inability to swim. You try to join him for dinner on Wednesday, but decide to spend the evening doing homework instead. Fair enough. You meet up with Nick, Hannah, and Jake on Thursday for a game of Power Grid, which that game takes forever. And is very fun, but takes forever. You find it nice to be playing board games again. I actually was just playing board games with the creator of this. I'm just now realizing. It was a virtual board game, but a board game nonetheless. Adam finishes his paper and takes a couple of exams on Thursday. You can tell he feels like he did well on them. Okay, so I'm feeling terrible about my performance, but everyone else is doing really well, so great. I'm surrounding myself with, like, smart, successful people, so by proxy, it should just rub off, right? Right? He apologizes for being so busy with work recently, but promises you'll do things together again. Friday, September 29th. You walk out of your calc lecture on Friday to the trees starting to change color. You find yourself anticipating seeing the bright reds and oranges of fall here. You head back to your room to see what people are up to. You unlock your computer. You have some messages from Hannah. Hey Patrick, looks like Jake and Nick are busy tonight. Want to go to the game room? You're had enough on homework that you could probably take the evening off. Do homework, play games with Hannah, see what Dan is up to. Alright. We were just told that we're not doing well with school. I don't know. I'm trying to go the Jake route, so like continuing with this crew seems like the best path. But also, I'm curious to see like where things go with Dan. I think it would kind of be hilarious if I go down the Jake route and end up with Dan. But what should I choose? What should I pick? What should I do? What should I do? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If y'all let him go. My mother said to pick the very best one, and you are it. Dan is online, and you send him a message. Hey. Hey. Up to anything? Writing, but can be free. Would like to be up to you. Come to Q&A. Go meet Dan, do homework. It's really testing us. Okay. Yeah, let's go meet Dan. Dan's already sitting there on the couch when you arrive. He smiles when he sees you. Patrick! Sit next to him, sit really close to him. Let's sit next to him. He smiles and scoots closer to you. Liz B walks into the room. Hi Dan, Patrick, what are you, up to? Just talking. Liz takes a seat on the couch in the corner and pulls out a laptop. Uh-huh. No segs in here, Dan. That goes for you too, Patrick. I don't like when Liz... Hi, Abby. Welcome on in. I don't like when Liz, like, yells at me. It makes me feel like I'm doing something bad. I'm just here to talk, really. Uh-huh. I am! Liz, why you gotta doubt Patrick so much? Because you two are sitting so close, you could probably count your eyelashes. Liz starts working on something on her laptop. So, wanna watch a movie? He puts on Hedwig and the Angry Itch. It's certainly one of the more interesting movies you've seen. Halfway through it, Liz G walks into the room. She takes a seat next to Dan and leans against his shoulder, watching the movie with you. Lean against Dan's other shoulder, put your arm around him, just sit and watch. We're going after Jake, we're going after Jake, we're going after Jake. This is just some like, building friends bonding time. It's fine. Although, I feel like I really would do this. However, I am not most people. I'm not how I believe this situation was written to go through if we want to end up with Jake. The movie ends and Dan stretches. You watch him. You're pretty sure he notices. Liz G turns the light back on. That was nice. I should probably go find food, though. I'll see you later, Patrick. You too, Liz. Bye, Dan. Patrick? This is none of my business. But just be careful, okay? I know you're new to all of this, and Dan's probably exciting and all. And God knows I love the boy to death, but I don't want to see you get hurt, or expect more from this than it is. Don't let me stop you two from having a good time and, exploring your sexuality, but just, She falls silent. I'm not expecting anything out of this. I just like spending time with him. Thanks, but I can take care of myself. I'm not expecting anything out of this. She nods. That's good. Dan isn't really one to commit. Not that he couldn't, I think, but he's just never found someone he's really attached to. So, go and have sex if that's what you want, but don't expect him to buy you flowers the next day. And, don't do it in here. Have sex, that is. But otherwise, please come by here anytime. You head out to find dinner. You end up at the buffet. To your surprise, you find James there, sitting at a table by himself. His plate seems mostly untouched. He notices you and nods at you. You sit at his table. Hi. Not at rehearsal? Short dinner break. Need to return soon. He looks down at his plate. Not sure this is food. Should have gotten a sandwich. He gets up and grabs his bag. See you around. He leaves, dumping the rest of his plate in the garbage. You quickly finish your food, and the quality somehow is worse than usual. You don't blame James for not eating much of it. Afterward, you head back to your room. Adam is there when you get back, listening to music with headphones on. You unlock your computer. Patrick, how was your day? Your, spelled properly. Damn it, I thought I had it right. Wait, you do. That spelled improperly. How was... Oh, wait, no. No. She was wrong. The way that she did it was, how was your day? You spent some time talking to her before noticing Adam getting ready for bed. You decide that's probably a good idea for you as well. Saturday, September 30th. You wake up early. The sun is barely in the sky. And roll out of bed and unlock your computer. Adam rolls over and opens his eyes. Good morning, Patrick. There's a knock at the door and you open it. Good morning, Patrick, Chico. Adam yawns. Dude, what time is it? Carlos shrugs. Breakfast and running time. Adam sighs but doesn't protest and quickly gets dressed. You coming, Patrick? I didn't realize I was invited. Carlos laughs. Dude, Patrick, you're always invited. Go to breakfast with them. Try to sync up with Jake, Hannah, and Nick. See what Dan's up to. Stick around your room and do homework. I'm gonna try and meet my other friends. Thank you, though. A run does sound fun, but... I had plans, actually, but thanks. They nod and leave. Any plans? Not really. Any plans? Not really. Homework? Any plans? Nope. You arrange to meet the group for board games in the Student Center. Hey, Patrick. I think we were thinking Power Grid. Unless you have another preference. Power Grid sounds fun. Yay! Bzz, bzz. Power, power, power. Cool. Nope, nope, nope. They set up the game, and you start the game later in turn order. You manage to buy a cheap plant, which puts you in a good position for the first few rounds. You build up your cities in the cheap area and manage to break out of the area despite Hannah's attempts at blocking. A high capacity plant comes up. You'll need to increase your capacity to have a chance at winning. However, the second phase will start soon, and you'll need more money to continue your expansion. Okay. Increase your capacity to have a higher capacity plant. Okay, so I need the plant because I need to increase my capacity. Okay. But I'll need more money to continue expanding. Buy the plant, wait for another plant later. Buy the plant. You buy the plant. It turns out to be a good idea because subsequent plants are terrible for a few rounds. However, you do find yourself unable to expand early in Phase 2, and Hannah claims all the easy cities. In the end, you lose to Hannah by only one city. Yes! That was really close. More? Let's do Thurn and taxes. You've got mail. Ding! You've got a package. Ding! You've got a mail package. Ding! Yes, you do indeed both have packages. What? You're not sure if it's a good idea to think about their packages at the moment. They set up the game and you start playing. You manage to get a decent selection of cards and cover a good portion of the map. Lods comes out. You realize you need a, Ayo! Something something plagues got a package. Something something deliver. First class mail. You realize you need to get it to get the bonus for collecting all colors. However, you don't have Pilsen yet, and you could take Ingolstadt. Yeah, that's how that's pronounced. I definitely paid attention when Bob was telling me all these. Instead for more flexibility. Take Lods, try for all colors. Ingolstadt for flexibility. You take the other one. The next card that comes out is Pilsen. Nick snatches the two up and gains the all-color bonus. In the end, you never do manage to collect Lods, and lose by a few points. Well, okay. That was pretty close. Stupid Lods. More! Let's play Set. Can we not? Oh, come on, it'll be fun! You play a few games of it, Nick somehow manages to win one of them. What? You're getting good at this, Nick. I guess. Jake overall has the most victories. Well, I'm probably done for now. Yeah, I should probably do some work. This was fun, though. You head back to your dorms and contemplate lunch. Grab a burger, not a real burger. Go to the buffet, grab a sandwich, and work. Alright, so if we go to the buffet... I'm trying to think. If we go to the buffet, we'll probably run into either Dan or James. If we grab a burger, we might run into the Liz's or maybe Adam and Carlos. And if we grab a sandwich and work, then we're just going back home. So the quick route would be to grab a sandwich and work, because we put in FaceTime with Jake, which is our big thing. I think I want to go to the buffet, though. You head to the buffet. You find... Okay. Right choice. Right choice. Okay. You find Jake there sitting at a table by himself. Hey, Patrick. You join him. Nick went to get a burger. He didn't want the buffet today. Not sure where Hannah is. Oh my goodness. So I probably would have ran into one of each of... Oh. This is perfect. And I just happened to pick... my guy. Okay. Not sure where Hannah is. You eat and talk about class for a bit. Afterward, you head back to your room. Well, that... I wanted to put the mac on him. I wanted to put some of the mac on him. Alright, well, I logged more FaceTime with him. That's fine. That's something. You spend the afternoon finishing up a paper for history. Adam returns partway through the afternoon. You spend the rest of the afternoon playing Tetranet with him. That is old. He eventually has to leave for an appointment, and you consider your dinner options. You head to the buffet and grab an empty table and start eating. Nick, Jake, and Hannah walk in and spot you. Hey, Patrick! They grab plates of food and join you. Nice coincidence meeting you here. Jake, what is that? Jake is eating what looks like a large glob of neon green and orange cream. I don't know. It's good, though. Is that the thing labeled blueberry custard crumble? Probably. That doesn't look like food, man. Also, isn't that dessert? Jake shrugs. It's good. Hannah shakes her head. Anyway... You finish your food and all head back to your rooms. Okay, so I spent like my entire day with Jake. A little bit. Adam's back listening to music and reading something that doesn't seem like a textbook. He nods at you when you enter. You unlock your computer. James doesn't appear to be online, which doesn't surprise you when you remember there's an evening show as well tonight. You talk to Janet. So how's your friend's show? Didn't go, couldn't get tickets. Oh, that's sad. How was your day then? She tells you that she's talked to Lisa about Tom and that Lisa has given her blessing. Okay, cool. That worked out. It worked itself out in spite of me completely ignoring her the other day. So what's the problem? Ask him out. I'm scared, Patrick. What if he says no? Then he says no? And you have your answer? Better than sitting around waiting. Like you're doing. And I'm not sitting around waiting. Sure, you're not. You talk some more before deciding it's time for bed. I realized that was 2 extra minutes. Adam takes off his headphones when he notices you getting changed. Bed? I think so. I'm just gonna finish this chapter. It's been a while since I've just read for fun. He turns on his desk light. But good night. You crawl into bed and quickly fall asleep. I will say one of the negatives about having walked away from the profession that I was in was I'm reading a lot less now. I have a very steep decline in my book intake, so I need to find a way to boost that, and so far my boost has been going to the gym, but that's also been declining because of how busy I've been. Hoy. Sunday, October 1st. You wake up a little later Sunday morning than Saturday. Adam's still in bed, snoring softly in his bed. Adam's still asleep, there we go. Snoring softly in his bed. You quietly roll out of bed and unlock your computer. Janet seems to be offline. You vaguely wonder if she's going to ask Tom out today. You consider your options for the day. You can play games with Jake, Hannah, and Nick. James is probably busy with his shows all day. You can see if Carlos is free for something. You can see if Dan is free for some talking. You could also wait for Adam to wake up and see if he's free. We all know where we're going with this. We're going after our main man, Jake. Hannah seems to be online already. Good morning. Good morning. Games? I don't think Jake or Nick are up yet. Game room? That sounds good. I'll leave them a message. You head to the game room to meet her. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Sorry, I'm just, like, I'm hearing things go off on the side here real quick, and it's mostly Twitch telling me that I'm live and that I can control it from my phone, which I don't need to do. Hannah's already there when you arrive. Hi, Patrick. Dance Dance Revolution? You play a few rounds with her, you notice a drastic improvement over last time. You're getting pretty good. I think it makes more sense for me, too. She looks around the room. Foosball? You play a few games of foosball. She wins pretty handily. And you're starting another. As you're starting another game, Nick and Jake walk in carrying a bag of games. Hey, Hannah, Patrick. We bring games. Oh, good. Should we find a table? The four of you head upstairs and claim a square table. No new games this time, but a bunch of favorites. Set. No, no set. Power grid? I didn't bring that today, it's big. Diamond? Jake laughs. I could do Diamond. Yeah, that sounds fine. Perfect. Jake sets up the game. The first 4 rounds go well for you. You leave close to the right time in all of them. Hannah and Nick both push their luck a little too far. Going into the 5th round, the game is mostly between you and Jake. He flips over a 5-gem card. Continue, leave for 1 or 2 gems despite no traps being out. Leave for 1 or 2 gems. You leave. No one else does. Oh. Did you mean to play that card? There are no traps out yet. No takebacks. Jake leaves a few rounds later and wins the game handily. Not sure why Patrick left so early, but I'll take it. Nick looks at the clock. Any interest in lunch? I like food. Yes, we know. You end up at the buffet. Sorry, I'm like hearing my mouth. I have a book that's due in a couple of days. I'm going to mute myself for just a moment. I know sugar water won't help it like a ton, but it will do something, which will annoy me far less. If anyone's watching with like insane misophonia, same, and I'm so sorry. So what are our afternoon plans? I should probably do some homework. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, stupid responsibility. We could go work together in the library. I could do that. Study with them, work on your own. Go find Adam and Carlos. Study with them. That sounds good. You finish eating and leave to grab work from your room. Adam isn't there when you arrive, so you grab some books and papers and head to the library. You meet them at the library and set up your work. You spend the afternoon doing physics and calc problems. The company, and eye candy, is nice though. Nick runs and grabs sandwiches for everyone, and you work through dinner. You manage to get quite a bit done. Soon it's dark outside, and you all head back to your rooms. Adam's there when you return, leaning back in his chair listening to music. He looks stressed and tired. He nods at you when you enter, before closing his eyes again. You unlock your computer. Patrick, I asked Tom out, and he said yes! And we're going on a date tomorrow! That's awesome! I'm happy for you. So how was your day? You talk to her for a while until Adam pulls off his headphones. He shakes his head. I'm sorry, I'm just really tired. Adam, what's up? Spent the day cleaning up vomit from the party the house had last night. Not exactly my idea of a good time. Right, I remember in my other playthrough I went with them. Yes. I'm just going to go to bed. He goes to bed and you wish Janet a good night as well. Sleep comes easily. Monday, October 2nd. Monday starts off uneventful. You sit in your programming lecture with Jake, Hannah, and Nick and watch Professor Lee talk about sorting. At the end, Jake quickly leaves without saying anything to you. Why? Hey, Nick, Patrick. Yeah? Are you doing anything tonight? Homework? Why? Same, just homework. She nods. Jake wants to talk to the two of you. After classes. In that grassy area? That works for me. I'll be there. Good. Thanks, Patrick. Nick. The rest of your day proceeds quickly, and soon you find yourself meeting with Hannah and Jake. Jake looks like he's shaking. Oh, I know what's going on, and I have the chance to make history right. I have a chance to write this game the way that I want it to be, because we're about to meet a character that I do not like. Hey, Patrick. Are you okay, Jake? Somehow that makes him calm down a bit. Yeah. Nick soon arrives. Hey, sorry I'm a little late. Got caught up at the end of class. He looks at Jake. Jake, are you okay, man? Jake looks at him. I have to go. He turns to leave. Jacob John Jacobson. That's not my name. I know, but I don't know your real name. Natasset. Okay then. Natasset John Jacobson. Close enough. You are not leaving here until you say what you are going to say. If you don't, I will. And I don't think you're going to like that very much. Okay. He looks at you and manages a slight smile. He stares at the ground. Jake, it's fine. Seriously, you're not failing your classes or something, right? No, I'm not failing my classes. Shush, Nick. No, men? There's a silence. Oh. Did we have this conversation already? I have a memory of me saying to everybody that I like guys. Okay. Me too. Somehow expressing an agreement was easier than actually saying it in words, but you can still feel your heart racing. Hannah stares at you. I think I told just Jake. Nick starts laughing. Jake, dude, I thought you were going to say you were dying or something. But, cool, I guess. For both of you. Jake visibly relaxes. As long as we're having a coming out party here, I should say I'm straight. I think that's very funny for me to say while I'm wearing a cute, gay, and ready to slay shirt. Jake nods, but you notice he doesn't seem as saddened by this as you would have expected. Hannah laughs. Me too. I'm straight too. So, thanks for coming all. Really though? Happy for you both. Wait, I have something else to say. Well, no, to ask. He takes a deep breath. He looks scared again. He looks at you and you feel like you know what's coming next. What? Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what? Is he gonna ask us out? And is this gonna be something way different than I've experienced before? What? Also, we haven't even gone for an hour. If this is the end of it, I need to fill the time. Patrick, will you, go out with me? Yes. His entire body relaxes and his face lights up. Yes? Hannah squeals. Ah! Well, we'll leave you two alone. She and Nick wander off smiling. Jake walks closer to you. Ah! We did the thing! I think there's still more to the game. Unless this is just kind of where it ends for us, or if we get to play for a little bit longer, because I think it goes a little further. You know what? I'm not gonna over-examine this. We're gonna stay in the storyline. So, hi. Hi, or hold his hand. Hi. He smiles. You think he's adorable when he smiles. The two of you sit in the grass next to each other. I, uh, I've never done this before. Any of this. My parents never wanted me to date anyone. Any girls, I mean. I'm not sure how they would have reacted to me dating a guy. Probably throw a fit and kick me out. I'm sorry. I've never done this before either. It happened! It did happen! I've never done this before either. Then we can figure this out together. I'm glad for that. He sighs. I'm not sure how comfortable I'll be at first with things. He cautiously places his hand on yours. I want to hold your hand and kiss you and things. It's just, it scares me. We go whatever speed makes you comfortable. It'll be fine. Just let me lead. We go whatever speed makes you comfortable. That's nice. Also, you can, tell Adam and Janet if you want. I guess I'm just nervous in general. The two of you spend some time talking about yourselves and your lives. Just being around him and talking with him makes you happy. Also, did this disappear? It did. Bye guy here, like muscle. Oh yeah. Welcome on in, James. Oh, there's actually a character in this name, James. A bit later, Jake remembers that he had to go to office hours and finish up some homework. He runs back to his room, apologizing for cutting things short. You good, boo? You watch him go, feeling a happiness you're not sure you can describe. You found a collectible silver key. A key made out of some silvery metal. You return to your room. Okay, so we do get to keep going for a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and just save this because oh my god, that's Adam's there reading a textbook. He looks up at you as you enter. Hey Patrick. You look happy. Jake and I are dating now. Oh, well congratulations, that's awesome, Patrick. You unlock your computer. For some reason you feel compelled to share the news with James first. Maybe because you feel like he's been some sort of advisor to you. I mean, we've had like one conversation, but you know. Hey, wanted to let you know I'm dating my friend now. Hey, and thank you for your words. That's good. Congratulations. Glad if I helped somehow. You figure you should tell Dan as well, although you're sure he'd love the idea of a threesome. That is still so funny coming from me now. Hey, I'm dating someone now. Thought you should know. Well, congrats. I don't need drama in my life. We should probably stop talking. Wink. But contact me if that changes. Or for a threesome. You have some messages from Janet. Patrick, date tonight. So nervous. Jake and I are dating. Wait, what? Ah! The phone rings and you answer. What? I have never been on the phone with Janet before. Patrick, what happened? We're dating. Well, yes. Details, Patrick. You spend some time telling her about your afternoon. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. I hope my date with Tom goes well tonight. I really like him. He's going to love you. Aw, thanks, Patrick. You talk to her for a while before she has to leave for her date. You spend the rest of the evening doing homework. You grab a sandwich for dinner and work on homework with Adam. Janet messages you later, telling you the date went well and gushing about Tom. You're extremely happy for her. Jake also sends you some messages apologizing for being busy. You think it's adorable. Soon you decide it's time for bed. You sleep extremely well. Tuesday, October 3rd. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday fly by. Classes are uneventful. Janet continues gushing to you about Tom. They go on a second date on Thursday. You're extremely happy for her. You don't see Carlos much during the next week, although he does stop by your room to drag Adam to dinner a couple times. You decline the invitation. Ooh, wait, that's right. Yeah, there is still more to come. Because, there's more drama that happens at the frat house. I'm remembering. The thought that the house could still smell like vomit turns your stomach. You spend the evening with Jake doing homework together. You often catch him looking at you, and he always blushes when you do. You think it's adorable. He also grows more confident touching you and holding your hand while working on physics homework. I'm gonna moisten my mouth again. It makes it really difficult to write. You find the trade-off worth it. You try to hold his hand in public, but he jerks it away and apologizes. Yeah. I don't do that. I'm fine holding hands in public for the most part. But I will notice that guys do that with me sometimes, and I'm like, I understand it. Doesn't not make it hurtful sometimes, though. You think he's still not comfortable with the whole thing. Friday, October 6th. You head back to your room after classes. You unlock your computer. Patrick, date last night was amazing. How are you and Jake? Wink. Not bad. You talk to Janet for a bit before figuring out you should get dinner. Hey! Hey yourself. Dinner? Convince Nick to go to the buffet. I'm not sure that's food. You know you love it. Fine, but only for you. You head to the buffet. Jake, Hannah, and Nick already have a table there. Hi, Patrick. You sit next to him. He smiles and squeezes your hand under the table. This was a mistake. Why did I agree to this? How did you get me to agree to this? Jake laughs. But you like the buffet. Sometimes, when it's actually serving food. I don't think Hawaiian pig roast night qualifies as food. But roast pig! That thing isn't pig, man. He stares at a large carcass rotting on a spit in the corner. I'm not even sure that's meat. Jake smiles at you, squeezing your hand. I bet Patrick likes the pig. Hey, no fair pulling boyfriend privilege. This is between you and me, man. Hannah laughs and shakes her head. Put your head on his shoulder. I'm staying out of this. I'm staying out of this. Nick laughs. See, Patrick knows to stay out of this. Well, whatever it is, it's good. The four of you finish eating, and Nick and Hannah head back to their rooms. Jake follows you back to yours. When you ask him what's up, he just shrugs and cautiously takes your hand under the cover of darkness. You arrive back at your room. Adam's there working on some homework. He smiles at the two of you. Adam's clothes. Adam's clothes look like how some of my clothes look. Oh, just pretend I'm not here. Adam laughs and grabs his headphones. Seriously, as long as you're not going to have sex, I really don't care. And even then, I'm sure I'd make do somehow. I mean, mad respect for Adam for just being a cool friend. Jake turns red and Adam turns away from you, listening to music. Jake takes both of your hands in his and looks into your eyes. I'd really like to kiss you now. Yes, please. Kiss him. You take him by surprise, and he makes a small squeaking noise before he leans into you. His arms wrap around your neck, and then he's kissing you, and you're kissing him. It's one of the most amazing things. He breaks and smiles, then lays his head against your chest. You wrap your arms around his, and he sighs happily. Thank you. The two of you stand there for a moment, wordlessly. You can feel his heartbeat from his back. You imagine he's listening to yours. I should probably do work. But if you don't mind me doing it here... You spend the rest of the evening doing homework, with Jake sitting on your bed. He sporadically reaches over and rubs your arm. You stop and kiss him again, and he flails before his hands find your head and hold you there. Eventually, he decides he should head back to his room to sleep, and you bid him good night. Adam turns and smiles at you. Well, that was a productive night. Probably off to bed, though. You decide it's probably a good idea as well. You have your most restful night all week. Saturday, October 7th. You startle awake Saturday morning from a dream about Jake. You can still feel his lips on yours. Aww. Part of you is frustrated at moving so slowly. But mostly you're happy and glad the two of you are just sharing this journey together. It's still mostly dark outside. Adam snores softly from his bed. You lie there for a while, staring at the ceiling, willing yourself to fall asleep again. Eventually you succeed and drift back to sleep. Still Saturday. When you wake up again, the sun is up and Adam is awake doing homework at his desk. You roll out of bed and unlock your computer. Patrick, Tom and I are officially dating. What were you doing? What you were doing before wasn't dating? We were going on dates, not dating. Well, congrats then. I'm happy for you. Your phone rings and you jump at the noise. It's your parents. Patrick, how have you been, sweetie? Oh, we haven't talked to you in a week. Did we wake you up? It's not that early, is it? And he's a couple of hours ahead. So, how are you doing? How are classes? Have you met a girl yet? For some reason, your heart drops the question. Jake's recent bravery makes you wonder if it's time to tell your parents. Besides, you are dating Jake now. Not yet. Also, I have to tell you something. Not yet, maybe sometime soon. Alright, so, I am always an advocate for coming out. I also say that knowing that I have had immense privilege, and I have a point of view of the world that is not shared by everybody. I came out very young, and I did it because I already had the idea that if anything went bad, I would make it work. And that has always been my motto with life, is that no matter what happens, I make it work. So, but, I don't know. I would like at some point to do a playthrough where I don't come out to them, but in this instance, I will. Partially because, I also personally feel like everyone, all right there. Lovely to meet you all. Hello, welcome on in, Harry. Yeah, what was I saying? I personally don't like feeling like someone is ashamed to be with me, or feeling like I in any way have to keep somebody a secret or somebody's like relation to me a secret. So we're gonna do the top answer. Which also, just prefacing, I understand everyone's on their own journey. Like, everyone feels different ways about things and have different levels of comfort. That's just one of mine, which is why I'm going to make this decision. Not yet. Also, I have to tell you something. Oh? Did you notice what your... Honey, let him talk. Sorry. I just have a lot of... Patrick, what is it? You take a deep breath. I... Patrick, we love you. You can tell us anything. You're not failing your classes, are you? You need to study Honey. Right, sorry. What is it, Patrick? You sit there, the words stuck in your throat. You don't notice Adam and jump when his hand touches your back. He smiles at you and nods. Oh, God. Love friends like Adam. Mom, Dad, I'm gay. There's silence. You feel like Adam's hand on your back is the only thing keeping you grounded in reality. Well, then, have you met a guy yet? I bet there are some cute ones there. Honey! Mom is just really trying to make sure I have someone looking after me. Sorry, I like to know what my boy is up to. You can practically see your dad shaking his head over the phone. Patrick, we love you. We'll always love you. You must look relieved or something because Adam smiles at you again and returns to his desk. I won't pretend I understand. Dear. Well, I don't. What's to understand? Honestly. Like, you're attracted to someone. That response always to me is just so ridiculous, because that's like, that would be someone being like, here's my girlfriend who has red hair, and someone going, or like your parents going up and being like, I don't understand, but I still love you. Like, what's to understand? But that doesn't change the fact that you're our son and we'll always love you and support you. You feel a tear fall off your nose. You hadn't even realized you were crying. I'm also seeing someone. Oh, well, tell us about him, Patrick. What's he like? Does he eat properly? Well. I don't want my son dating some... Can't say that on YouTube. Some guy who's just skin and bones. I want some meat on that boy. Honey. Do we need to send you money? You can take him out to eat. Honey. You tell them about Jake and about the two of you. You're pretty sure Jake has no problem eating enough. Your mom seems pleased by that information. Okay, good. Get mom off our case for a little bit. The conversation goes well from there, and soon your dad's dragging your mom off the phone. Bye, sweetie. Bye, Patrick. We love you. Tell your history professor. You sigh. That was quite a conversation. You feel an immense sense of relief as well. Oh, unlocked an achievement. Nothing but love. From coming out to your parents. Aww. Adam turns to you grinning. Your parents sound like quite a handful. Okay, sidebar. In the third game, I think, you get to meet Adam's family. Love them. Also, sorry, I couldn't help it over here. Congrats. That's a big step, dude. I bet it feels good. Ah! He returns to his work, and you return to your chat with Janet. Sorry, here. Parents just called, and I just came out to them. Patrick! I'm so happy for you! You talk to her for a bit before she excuses herself to go shopping with Lisa. You figure you should ping Jake anyway. Hey! Things? I like things. Meet in Student Center? Sounds good. You quickly get dressed, say goodbye to Adam, and head to the Student Center. Jake and Hannah are there, with a bag of games at a square table. I assumed things meant games, although I probably wouldn't mind doing some other things. Jake! Kissing! I meant kissing! He turns red. Anyway, Nick should be here soon. Let's play a game. Jake silently pulls out a selection without making eye contact with you. Nick isn't here. Set. The three of you play set for a bit. You feel like you're getting better at the game. You notice Jake staring blankly at the cards. Set. She looks over at Jake. Are you okay, Jake? I don't know what to tell my parents. Oh. He shakes his head. I don't think I can do that. I told my parents today. Patrick, that's so awesome. I take it things went well. But, Jake, take things as you feel comfortable. I'm sure Patrick here agrees. Don't feel like you have to do anything. I'm sure it'll be fine. Your parents love you. Hold his hand. Hold his hand. You hold his hand. Jake tenses and stares at your hand, but doesn't pull away. I guess at some point, but not now. Nick walks up. Hey, sorry I'm late. We just finished a round of set. Ah, well, good thing I was late then. So, game? Power grid. That sounds fun. Guys, Nick and Jake set up the game. You buy an expensive plant to start and get an early lead in money. Unfortunately, your turn order disadvantage means you also start in the expensive area of the board. Phase 2 starts soon. You have the opportunity to expand in a cheaper area of the map, but you should also improve your plants. Spend money on the plant. You buy an improved plant, allowing you to power your existing cities for less. This puts you at an advantage in money. However, you get blocked off from the cheap area of the map. In the end, you lose by a few cities, and Nick wins. Awesome, wasn't expecting that. You start in the cheap part, that matters a lot. Whoop. It's the cheap early game plant again. Something else? Diamant. Yes! Mummies. Mommies. Grandmommies. My, look at how we've grown. Growing snakes. Play it safe, take more risks. Take more risks. You push your luck in the game. You end up finding a good balance between risk and reward. Nick pushes his luck too far and dies in most of the rounds. In the end, you beat out Jake by a few gems. Yeah! That was close. Yeah, Nick, what was that? I wasn't expecting snakes. No one ever expects the Spanish snakequisition. I think it's probably time for lunch. Buffet? If we must. The four of you head to the buffet. The lunch is surprisingly edible. Food! For once, I agree with you. This is food. The pizza actually isn't burnt? She takes a bite. It's also not uncooked? What's happening to this place? Soon you finish eating. So, more games? More games sound good? The four of you head back to the student center and set up a table. So, what should we play? Thurn and Taxis. That sounds fun. You've got mail. Ding! You really need a new line for this. This is a game where everything's made up and the points don't matter. This is a game where everything's made up and the points don't matter. Next up, scenes from a hat. I'm Drew Carey. I don't carry because the points don't matter. Except I'm pretty sure the points do matter. Ding! You deliver mail for a while. Hannah manages to build an early route through most of the white cities. However, you pick up a bunch of length-based points. You have an opportunity to end the game by obtaining the final carriage. You could also keep going and try to collect all the colors for more points. Oh. End the game now. You end the game. The extra point from ending the game puts you over the top, and you beat Hannah by 1 point. Aww. That was pretty close. Wasn't expecting Patrick to end the game then. Never forget about the +2 scoring ability. Yeah. More. Bonanza. Yes. I like beans. You like food in general. I like food. Even red hot chili beans. Especially red hot chili beans. You plant beans for a while. It's your turn, and you're 1 black-eyed bean away from maxing out the category. Unfortunately, you'll be forced to plant a worthless garden bean during the next turn, if you don't get rid of it first. Jake looks like he needs the garden, but it'll also be a lot of points for him if you trade. Try to trade the garden bean away. Harvest the black-eyed beans now and start them again next turn. Trade. You manage to trade the garden bean with Jake in exchange for another black-eyed bean. You harvest your maxed out field. Unfortunately, Jake ends up beating you by a coin, thanks to your garden bean. Yay! Thanks, Patrick! No fair claiming boyfriend privilege. Well, Patrick probably needed to get rid of it anyway. Yeah, well, you're just a sore loser. Yeah, probably. It's probably dinner time. Burgers? It's too cold to eat outside. I can grab food and bring it back in here. That sounds good. Fries! Of course. If they're not horrible, get me some fries too. I trust your judgment. Fries! She looks at Jake. I don't trust your judgment. Fries? Nick leaves with your ID cards to buy dinner. So, how are you two? Good. I'm really happy for the two of you, really. If I can't have you, at least someone awesome can. You blush. Yeah, he is pretty awesome. He smiles at you and cautiously puts his hand on top of yours. Nick returns with burgers and a single container of fries. Fries! Enjoy, man. What is that? Guess. The fries are green and purple. Eggplant and spinach. Oh, okay. Spinach and blueberry. Jake tries one. Actually, that could be right. Kale and blackberry. Oh, okay. I got one of them. But that's surprisingly close. These are really good. Hannah tries one. Actually, I don't really mind these. I probably wouldn't order them, but they're not as terrible as usual. Fries! The three of you eat quickly. Afterward, Hannah and Nick leave for their rooms. Jake follows you back to yours. Adam's there reading a book. Adam, you wanna not be in the room like all the time, bro? Like, don't you have a friend? Don't you have like a best friend that you like can go do stuff with sometimes? Damn, dude. Okay. Jake follows you into the room. Hi, Patrick. Jake. He returns to his reading. Jake smiles, taking your hand in his and looking at you. Then he's kissing you. You wrap your arms around his back and pull him close. He makes a squeaking noise, then relaxes against you. It feels really nice. He breaks and lays his head on your chest, arms around your back. This is nice. I really like kissing you, if that isn't weird. You should generally like kissing your partner if kissing is something you guys do. You're not sure why anyone would find that weird and tell him so. Good. I should probably go do some work, but thanks. I had a nice day with you. He heads out and you sit at your desk, feeling happy and content. You unlock your computer. I think I bought too much. Tom took both of us out for ice cream. It was really nice. I'm glad he and Lisa still get along. That's really good, yeah. I'm glad it's not awkward at all. Yeah. I was worried it would be weird. But everything seems to be fine. You talk to her for a bit and work on some calculus problems before deciding you should head to bed. Adam switches on his desk lamp when he sees you getting changed. Good night, Patrick. You fall asleep quickly. Sunday, October 8th. You wake up reasonably early Sunday morning. The sun is out and Adam is sitting at his desk reading. You roll out of bed and unlock your computer. Hey, breakfast? That sounds nice. Where? Heard of this new place. They have pancake pizzas. Oh, this is the place that Adam took us at the beginning of the game. That has like my favorite sign ever. That sounds interesting. You quickly get dressed and head out. Say no to drugs, say yes to pizza. You meet Jake at the yard and quickly get seated. I'm excited. It's like breakfast food with the custom ability of pizza. Apparently they're just pizza sliced pancakes and you eat them in slices. Actually, I wouldn't mind like a pizza-sized pancake. That would be really good to me. Ooh, especially if like you could have like chocolate chips or like some sort of topping thing on it. Ooh. That does sound good. You think he's adorable when he's excited. The two of you agree on an extra large sausage and egg pancake pizza. Well, maybe not those. And you sit and wait for food. His hand cautiously finds yours under the table. He smiles. Hi. Hold his hand. Put your head on his shoulder. Kiss him. We'll hold his hand because I don't think he'd be comfortable kissing in public. You entwine your fingers with his. So, I should probably do some homework after this. We can work together if you want. Maybe board games this afternoon? The food arrives, and Jake's face lights up as the huge pancakes placed in front of you. The two of you eat in a comfortable silence. Love that. You don't need... Not all silence needs to be filled with noise. You give up after a few slices and sit and watch Jake devour the rest of it. Oh, Jake. I'm gonna tell you now, that's gonna catch up with you later in life. Just be prepared. He finishes the last bite and sits back in his seat smiling. That was amazing. We should come here more often. You pay the bill and the two of you walk outside. So, homework for a bit? The two of you head back to your room. So, he shuts the door he shuts the door behind him and he walks up to you, holding your hands in his. Then he's kissing you, his arms wrapping themselves around you. Your hands find his hair, pulling him closer, and he makes a happy noise. You break for breath and he lays his head on your chest. That's nice. I like kissing you. A little too much. Kiss him again, snuggle in bed. Proposition him? I don't think he would say yes right now, but let's snuggle. Bed? Oh, he looks at you with an expression of terror and you quickly correct yourself. Snuggle in bed. Is that okay? His expression softens and he lays his head on your chest again. That would be nice. You climb into your bed and he joins you, head on your chest and arms around you. The two of you lie there for a bit, content. We probably should actually do homework though. The two of you spend the morning working on homework. You found a collectible, History Paper 3. A paper about the Korean War for World History class. Soon it's time for lunch. You decide to grab a sandwich and take advantage of the unusually warm weather. Jake gets tuna fish, and the two of you sit together in the grass. Adam walks by with a sandwich and notices the two of you. Hey! He sits next to you on the grass. Just finished up at the gym. Was just grabbing a sandwich and going back to studying. How are the two of you? Have a good morning? Good. Got a lot of homework done. The three of you are eating your sandwiches. It's so warm today, it's weird. Yeah, you should maybe take that off, bro. Anyway, I should get to the library. See you later tonight. I should go check up on Nick. I'll talk to you online. He heads back to his room and you head back to yours. You unlock your computer. Hey Patrick, sick of work. Games? Hey, Nick is up for games now. Play board games, do homework. I don't know. Are we just playing with Nick and Jake? Is Hannah not going to be there? And does that matter? Because at this point, if we're just playing games just to see if I'm getting better at understanding the games, I am not. Let's actually just do some homework. You spend the afternoon working on econ and physics homework. You get a good amount done despite the subject matter. Soon you start thinking about dinner. You decide to grab a burger and enjoy the unusually nice weather. The fries are pineapple jalapeno, just like my. Oh, wait, I don't know where he is right now. I have a cute little otter that Bob C. Games got me. That's a pineapple jalapeno otter. You think that Adam and Carlos would really like the fries today, but you pass on them. You get a burger and sit in the grass eating it. Dan walks by and notices you. Hey, Patrick. He sits next to you. How are you and, Jake? We're doing well. I kind of miss you. Good, how are you? We're doing well. Good, good. Offer of threesome's always open. But, I don't need drama in my life. So, only if Jake is up for it. He shrugs. Anyway, I need to get going. But enjoy your food. He leaves and you finish eating without further interruption. You head back to your room. Huh. Interesting. I'm going to save from this point, actually. Because I would like to go see what happens if we make a different choice and tell him that we miss him. Whoop. You head back to your room. Confusion. Adam, Carlos, and Elliot are there talking. Carlos is sitting on your bed and seems a little nervous. Did history change itself by me being with Jake? I will clarify in one moment. Jake pauses at the door, hanging back, before quickly poking you and nervously waving. You figure he's feeling too awkward at the moment. You quickly bid him goodnight before walking into the room. Hey, Patrick! Anyway, thanks for the company, Carlos. And Adam, but I should probably get going. He stretches and Carlos stares at his hands, before looking strangely awkward. Wanna head back, Carlos? Carlos nods and slides off your bed. Sure, I'll see you two tomorrow. The two of them head out and Adam watches them go, a strange expression on his face. He shakes his head and smiles at you. Sorry, hi, never mind. I should probably get some more studying done, but hope you had a good day. Adam turns back to his desk and you unlock your computer. Oh my goodness, both of them are just like snoring up little storms back there. Patrick, I don't know what to do about Tom. I thought things were going well. They are. I don't know if I should sleep with him. I'm not sure I'm the best person to ask, given Dan. You spend some time talking to her. You're not sure your conversation really helps her, but she seems happy to just talk to you. Soon you figure it's time for bed. You sleep well that night. Monday, October 9th. The next week flies by. You find out that you have midterms in most of your classes the following week. I think next week is our last week, so I think we're about at the end. You're doing decently in your classes, and you'd like to do well in these exams too. You spend most of your evenings studying with Jake, Hannah, and Nick in Nick and Jake's room. You're so far ahead of your homework that you're really able to throw yourself into studying. Jake grows bolder with his touches, holding your hand when walking on campus. Honestly, college is probably like one of the safest places that you can do that. Yeah. College is not safe for everything, but that's like experimenting like that. Typically, or not experimenting. That was not the appropriate thing to say. I meant to say like gauging things like that, testing the waters on showing physical affection. There we go. The way I made it sound before was like, oh, just, trying out guys or just trying out girls, whatever. Testing your limits with like physical affection. That is typically pretty safe on college campuses. In my experience. It makes you want to kiss him. So you do. You don't think he appreciates it you don't think he appreciates it too much. Holding hands walking on campus. Okay, yeah. He doesn't appreciate us kissing him on campus. You don't see much of Carlos or Adam. Apparently, Adam managed to convince Carlos to actually study for his exams as well. You see Liz B on Wednesday, manning a table for Q&A. You avoid her and find out later October 11th is National Coming Out Day. You're not sure how you feel about that, but you find yourself relieved it wasn't Liz G or Dan at the table instead, yelling at everyone to be out and proud. You message James a few times during the week. He tells you he's busy with classes now that his weekends are filled with shows. You don't manage to meet up during the week. Janet keeps you updated on her and Tom. Things seem to be going really well between the two of them, although she hasn't slept with him yet. She asks you about Jake and is glad things seem to be going well for you. Friday, October 13th. Friday the 13th! You walk out of calc lecture on Friday, eager to continue studying. You head back to your room to quickly drop off stuff and check in with Jake, Hannah, and Nick. You head to the library to meet up with Hannah, grabbing a sandwich on the way. Jake and Nick join later after their classes end. Soon it's late and everyone heads back to their rooms to sleep. Jake kisses you in the darkened campus. You think it's pretty amazing. You sleep surprisingly well that night. Saturday, October 14th. You wake up fairly early on Saturday. Adam surprisingly is already awake and studying. You roll out of bed and unlock your computer. Hey Patrick, Jake wants to go to buffet. Wanna come? Excuse me. That sounds good. See you there, son. Any interest in the buffet, Adam? He shrugs. Why not? Well, I guess there's a few reasons, but it's been a while. You quickly get dressed and the two of you head to the buffet. Nick, Jake, and Hannah are already there. You sit next to Jake, who smiles and holds your hand. Hey, Adam. The five of you check out the buffet. I'm still amazed how good their breakfast is. Some of these foods are harder to make than pizza, and they always seem to screw that up. We came here once for dinner and the pizza was edible. I'm shocked. You help Jake carry his plate of food back to the table. That's so funny. The boys I just heard are coming home. They're coming home from a pizza place. The rest of you sit and mostly watch him eat. Adam shakes his head. Dude, I don't know where it all goes. Your anatomy doesn't make any sense. Jake shrugs, finishing up another plate of pancake and eggs. Pancake sounds so good right now. Should we do some studying this morning? Library? That sounds good. That sounds like a good plan. I think I prefer to study on my own today. Welcome in, Andromeda. Congratulations on third. That sounds like a good plan. I need to grab my notes anyway at the room. All of you depart for your rooms. You walk back to yours with Adam. Ooh. You quickly grab your notes and books and head to the library. You spend the rest of the morning reviewing notes and your textbooks with Jake, Nick, and Hannah. Oh, hi. The fries are durian and sour cream. Ew. Oh. Jake does not like them? What? Did you just say ew? I hate durian. Who are you and what have you done with Jake? There are foods I don't like. Nacho cheese and motor oil. I like cheese. Hannah shakes her head. I'm casually playing Luigi's Mansion on the side, so sorry if I don't try much. Oh, no, by all means. Nah, I appreciate being in, I appreciate lurk, I appreciate whatever. Now, I have seen you on pretty consistently lately, and I've been lurking in a few of yours as well, so I feel you. You all get burgers and walk to the student center to eat. You discuss exams and homework over food. Soon you finish eating and head back to your rooms to study. Adam's there when you return reading a textbook. Hey Patrick, just studying? You nod. Yeah, always a good thing to do. You spend the afternoon studying for midterms. Soon you decide it's time for bed. And Adam grabs sandwiches and returns to the room to eat them over more studying. You unlock your computer. Janet's online, and the two of you talk for a while about life and things. Soon you decide it's bedtime. You sleep well. Sunday, October 15th. I'm curious I'm curious if history changed. Because I think we only have 1 week left. I don't think we go into like the break at all. But I could be wrong. You wake up fairly early Sunday morning. Adam's still asleep, snoring softly. You lie there, staring at the ceiling, thinking you really should study today and dreading your first exams tomorrow. You roll out of bed and unlock your computer. More studying today. Library? Also, what's up with Hannah and Nick? Don't know. Are they dating? Don't know. But library sounds good. You quickly get dressed. You head out to the library, leaving Adam to sleep. Jake, Hannah, and Nick are already there when you arrive. Hey, Hannah and I are like wearing the same color. Hi, Patrick. You sit next to Jake and hold his hand. He leans his head against your shoulder. You spend the morning reviewing programming and physics with Jake, Hannah, and Nick. Soon Hannah's yawning and Nick stands and stretches. Food? I like food. Motor oil? I like motor oil. To eat? I like eating. Hannah shakes her head. What are we gonna do with you? Take him to the buffet. Get him some fries. Get him a sandwich or 3. Get him some fries. Fries! Watch them be truffle oil and antifreeze flavored. I can go grab a bunch of burgers if all of you want to stay here. She leaves with cards. I'm actually mildly curious what flavor they'll be today. Hannah soon returns. The fries are different colors, all bright and vivid. Fries! Guess what they are. Jake tries a green one. Lime? Are they Skittles? Hannah shrugs as he tries a blue one. Raspberry? Are these fruit flavored fries? Jello, but yes. These are good. I don't know how I feel about these. I guess they're less weird than usual. The rest of you eat your burgers and watch Jake eat rainbow-colored fries. Soon you finish eating. I should probably go do some homework at my room. I could possibly study some more, but yeah, that sounds reasonable too. We could go to our room and we could go to your room and study, Patrick. Study each other. Jake turns red. Schoolwork. We can try to meet up for dinner and more studying then. Study back at your room with Jake. See if you can find Carlos. See what Adam's up to. Let's study with Jake. Studying sounds good. Awesome. We'll see the two of you later, hopefully. You and Jake head to your room. Adam is there studying. Hey, Patrick, Jake. You spend the afternoon reviewing notes, sitting on the bed with Jake leaning against you. It's really nice. You found a collectible Econ Notes, page 5. Page of notes from Econ class. Jake excuses himself to return to his room after a couple hours, having forgotten some notes. He tells you he'll ping you about dinner plans. Carlos walks in shortly after. Hey, Chico, Patrick. Dinner? I should study. You should eat. At some point, yes. So, dinner? I really shouldn't. I should finish cramming. You can cram, Chico, food into your mouth. You unlock your computer. Hey, dinner? Thinking buffet? Go to dinner with Carlos at the house. Go to dinner with Jake and company. Okay, I don't think I changed history. I think right here is where something bad happens. Something very bad happens. So, I don't remember if I was actually there for it, because I know you get the scene either way in the second game. But I already made plans with Jake and company. If we had had this conversation first, I would definitely be like, Jake, you gotta understand, I got friends. But, yeah, I'm gonna go with Jake. And, yikes, yeah, okay. I think I'm joining Jake for dinner. That makes sense. Well, maybe next time then. I don't think so, bro. Yeah, go ahead. I'll join in a bit. Let me finish reviewing this chapter. Carlos heads out, and you message Jake. I'm so sad. Like, I think I know what's happening. Dinner sounds good. Heading out now. Hannah is coming. See you there. You leave Adam to his studying and head to the buffet. You arrive at the buffet but can't find Jake or Hannah. You grab a plate and find a table. They show up a few minutes later. Hi, Patrick. Sorry we're a little late. Got too interested in demand curves. Back in a bit. They go investigate the food. Hannah soon returns with a slice of burnt pizza. I don't know why we still come here. I guess it makes Jake happy, but I'm not sure fun with cereal is a legitimate theme, especially for dinner. Jake returns with what looks like Fruit Loops in an omelet. As I said, this is great. It's breakfast food for dinner, but all of it together. Did you see the sausage and syrup soup with Rice Krispies? Ugh. Ugh, those words were all strung together, and I know the man that put them there. Unfortunately, yes. The two of you watch Jake eat. He seems to particularly enjoy the frosted flake and green bean casserole. My theory is that people that fail out of culinary school come here, and then get to exercise the weirdest parts of their imagination. I don't know, I like this place. We know. Soon you finish eating and head back to your rooms to continue studying. Jake shyly gives you a quick kiss in the deserted hallway. Hannah muffles a squeal. He tastes like frosted flakes. Adam and Carlos are both still at dinner when you return to your room. Janet doesn't seem to be online either. Okay. Stretch! Oh my god, that feels amazing. Whew. There's like a middle point in my back. Oh, that feels really good. Oh my god. I think my erectors have been like curved for the last couple days. Yes, stretch. Thank you for the stretch. You spend some time reviewing class notes again. Adam and Carlos both walk in a bit later looking extremely upset. Oh god. Okay. Carlos walks over to your bed and sits on it. Adam sighs. You know Elliot, right, Patrick? You nod. I mean, we've talked to him twice. Well, he's, in the hospital, and Robert got arrested. Carlos lets out a choked laugh. And, he falls silent. Yep. Also, real quick, for anybody watching, trigger warning right now. This game does touch on some, like, hard subjects, and, it's about to get into hate criming. So, just a forewarning for anybody. He falls silent. Carlos seems to be staring off into space. Is Elliot okay? We don't know. Robert snapped and started beating his face in. He was unconscious when the ambulance came. Well, obviously. Some guys went with him to the hospital, but Carlos shudders again. I guess Elliot found out why Robert's been such an ass recently. Something about Robert's brother coming out and his family not taking it well. Anyway, Robert just snapped. Robert's a homophobic... Ugh! You're not wrong, but I'm not sure this was exactly a gay bashing or whatever. Just pushed him too far. I mean, Elliot isn't gay, is he? Carlos just shrugs and they're silent for a while. I don't know why, but this really scares me. I'm sorry, are you two okay? Adam looks over at Carlos and rubs his back. Dude, I I don't know. You two are really good friends. Yeah, don't talk about him like he's not there still. It could have been me. Maybe it should have been. Maybe I could have fought back or something. Dude, no. It's a shitty situation, but it's not your fault in any way. The three of you are silent for a while. Chico, do you mind if I stay the night here? Oh, God. Dude, of course not. Take the bed. Carlos shakes his head. Floor is fine. I don't want to deal with things right now. Adam throws some coats and shirts on the ground as a makeshift pillow, and Carlos curls up on the floor, fully clothed. You have some trouble sleeping that night. Monday, October 16th. You take your midterm. I'm gonna point out, like, giving props to Bob C Games, but just like the power in storytelling. That is the only part in the game where there's no background music, and it like highlights it so much. You take your midterms on Monday and Tuesday. Carlos seems to be particularly upset over the situation with Elliot and Robert. The preparations and studying pays off as you find the tests relatively easy. Your stellar performance gives you some breathing room on other assignments. Janet had sex with Tom on Monday. She talks to you excitedly Tuesday evening, and you're really happy for her. You meet up with Carlos for dinner Tuesday night at the house. The mood is generally somber, but the food is still good. He otherwise avoids the hospital, unable to bring himself to visit Elliot. You consider messaging Dan, but decide you don't really want to deal with him at the moment. You also don't run into him on campus during the week. You and Adam managed to find time to play Tetranet together on Thursday. You hadn't realized how much you'd miss spending time with him outside of studying. You resolve to make sure you make time for Adam in addition to spending time with Jake. This, just, by the way, is so difficult to, like, functionally navigate spending time with friends and spending time with partners. Yes. I'm very much trying to learn that dance right now. It's like Mulan. Even though it's a musical, after the song A Girl Worth Fighting For gets cut off, and they see the real impact of war, there's no more songs throughout the entire movie. I never realized that. Oh my god. That is insane. Okay. I now also want to rewatch Mulan. Um, yeah, because I know that, like, the second that song gets cut off, um, it's like it's supposed to be deeply impactful, like seeing the spoils of war. Um, and oh yeah, but yes, same thing here. Whew, powerful. Um, you also get a call on Thursday, which you ignore. It turns out to be from your parents. It's followed by an email from your mom saying that she misses you and wants to hear from you. Oh, parents. You resolve to call them over the weekend. You meet up with Jake, Hannah, and Nick a couple evenings for games, despite needing to do homework. I'm curious how often you play this game. I swear I see you stream it a lot. So this game is part of, like, a world. So I've played through all three of the technical games for this series. There's also, like, a spin-off game. But yes, this is technically only my second time actually going through this game. It just is also long. It takes me usually about three like sit downs to get through this game, and the games get progressively longer. I also presently have a series where I'm play testing a new game by this developer, and he's like working out the kinks. So yeah, on Fridays right now, Thursday or Fridays, whenever I'm available. Um, I'm playing like a pre beta version of a game. So like I'm the only person that will play it as is. It will never be played this way again. And that's very exciting. So yes, you probably see me play a lot of like Bob C Games stuff. A, because him and I have become friends through me playing his stuff. And B, because he's has such brevity with all of his things. But yes, to answer that question, this is my second time playing this game. You meet up with Jake, Hannah, and Nick a couple evenings for games, despite needing to do homework. Jake puts your arms around him during a game. You're glad he's growing more comfortable with things. Ah, okay. I do know your partner, husband, boyfriend. Your Bob made them. Oh, so he's my best friend now. Yes. Uh, yes. No. Wow, I was about to say the wrong thing. I was about to say, unfortunately, um, I know about you because of meeting Bob in Sill's stream. Okay, yeah. Um, oh, that's so cute and funny. Um, yes, unfortunately. Yes, no. Bob has a lovely partner, who I've had the privilege of meeting. Both of them are absolutely amazing, and I myself have two amazing partners. I have talked to Bob about like dating or whatever, but it's not in the cards for us. But yes. um, you're glad he's growing more comfortable with things. You try to kiss him and he scoots away. You feel like you're still pushing him too much. I mean, I feel like we're going pretty slow. We're doing like soft kisses, hand holding. To no one's surprise, Hannah and Nick start going out. Yeah, that was to be expected. Jake is extremely happy for them. James unfortunately ends up being busy with class the entire week. He apologizes and says you should come to Q&A meetings. You're not sure that's really your thing. Soon it's Friday. Friday, October 20th. Okay, good to know. Yes. Just close friends who flirt. Oh, I will say, yeah, if you've seen us interact in like Sill's streams, we make it very confusing for people. We walk out of calc lecture to crisp autumn air, wondering where the time's gone. You head back to your room. Adam's there, studying when you return. Hey, Patrick, I was gonna head to the house for dinner soon. Wanna join? Let me see what Jake's up to first. Of course. Want to play some Tetranet in the meantime? You unlock your computer. Hi, Jake asked about dinner. Any homework afterward? And homework afterwards? Dinner sounds good. Sorry, dinner sounds good. Okay. We'll message you again. Around dinner time. I think I'm going to dinner with Jake. Of course, that sounds good. You and Adam play Tetranet for a while. Carlos walks in after a few games. Hey, Chico, Patrick. Dinner? Yeah, I was planning to head over there shortly. I think Patrick had other plans, though. Of course, I assume he's eating with Jake. Should we go then? Adam and Carlos head out and you browse the internet for a bit. Me and all my friends, for real. Honestly, yeah, no. I'm very flirty with everybody. Which is very fun now that I have more friends that I'm like physically around all the time. It's very amusing. I have a straight friend. I have many straight friends, but I have a particular straight friend that I make hard passes on at least 2 or 3 days out of the week. And it's just great. It's great. Hi. Jake wants buffet. Wanna come? I'm going too. Sounds good. See you there. Yep. You head to the buffet. You don't see Jake, Nick, or Hannah anywhere, so you grab a plate and examine the selections. It doesn't seem to be a themed food night, so you grab a couple burgers and find a table. Jake, Nick, and Hannah walk in a few minutes later. Nick and Hannah are holding hands. Jake looks at you strangely, seeming apologetic. You smile at him. They sit at your table. Looks like the food's normal for once. Not that it'll be any good, though. Oh, shush. Patrick's burgers look perfectly fine to me. Food! Of course, we're here, and he immediately starts thinking about food. You couldn't stop blathering on about Patrick the entire time we were walking here. Jake blushes and holds your hand under the table. Yeah, well, I like Patrick, and I like food. Hannah laughs. You two are kind of adorable. Jake blushes harder and squeezes your hand. So, food? The three of them grab some food and soon return. Jake returns with 2 plates piled high. Stuff actually looks edible today. The pizza actually isn't half bad. You eat your burgers and watch Jake devour his plate of food, then go back for seconds. Hannah just laughs and tells him to watch his figure for you. You're not sure you mind anything about Jake's figure. I mean, Jake's looking alright. Jake's looking alright. So, homework? I have to go to the computer lab. My laptop's broken and I have to finish our programming assignment. Oh, right. I'll come with you. Me too. I have some notes with me I can review. I'll join you. I think I need to work back at my room tonight. I'll join you. Why not? Awesome. Shall we? The 4 of you head to the computer lab. You spend the rest of the evening working on your programming assignment. You get so into coding that you lose track of time. You jolt out of your coding haze when Hannah pokes your arm. I should get going. It's pretty late, but hope to see you tomorrow for games. Yeah, me too. I'll walk with you. Jake yawns. I kind of want to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow, Patrick. They head back to their rooms and you do the same. Oh, hydrate. I don't have an actual hydration right now. But cherry flavored sugar water is good enough, right? And then posture check. Hydrate or dihydrate. I know you did posture check and not stretch, but I'm gonna give you a free stretch because oh god. I always drink soda on my stream, so you know, I like having at least like a water around, especially for hydrates. But well, also especially because like the more that I talk, my mouth starts making mouth noises, and because I'm a voice actor, like I notice them hardcore. But I would, but I don't like water. I mean, you know, fair. I don't know. I will say that because I've lived different places, I understand water is different in different places, and there is like a preference that you have. Like, I really don't like New Mexico water. Like I'll still drink it, but like even when it's purified, when it's filtered, it tastes worse than like Colorado water. Anyway, you wonder if Janet's still online. You unlock your computer. Patrick, it's super late. Why are you not here? You and Jake finally doing it? You'd better be having sex right now. Or at least making out a lot. Here, sorry. Surprised you're still up. There you are. How was your day? Yeah, late night here. You tell her you've just spent the evening doing homework. Boring. Not much new with me here. Went out with Tom to dinner, so I'm still up. You talk to her for a bit before Adam walks in. Hey, Patrick. Elliot's doing better. Still hasn't woken up, but more stable now at least. Anyway, should probably head to bed. You figure that's a good idea for you as well, and bid Janet good night. Sleep comes easily. I've had people tell me water doesn't have a taste, and they are wrong. They are wrong. Yes, no. I feel like if people feel like water doesn't have a taste, then A, they don't consider like metals and minerals to have like tastes, and I don't know if that's a tongue thing or whatnot, but I also feel like it denotes someone that like maybe doesn't travel a ton or only drinks like packaged water. Because I definitely know people that only drink packaged water, and so obviously the water that they have tastes the same all the time because it's packaged. But yes, if you've like been around, even just to like different parts of like the same state or whatever, the water is different, and water does have a taste based on like what's in it and what's occurring naturally. Even if you taste like Dasani versus Arrowhead, like that's water and it tastes different. Saturday, October 21st. You wake up early Saturday morning, blinking the sleep from your eyes. Something catches your attention and you turn to the door. Oh my. This is clearly a dream, but I'm here for it. Jake is standing by the door, shirtless, blushing. Adam laughs from his bed. About time you woke up, dude. Just going to just going to leave your boyfriend there? Jake approaches your bed and you sit up, heart beating rapidly, questions on your lips. You're suddenly acutely aware of your morning. Oh my, oh dear. We're enjoying the visual. Oh god, yes. I have a different picture of Adam that's like, you can see normal Adam right here. You can see like kind of slightly sexy James over here. And then like right over here off screen is like a, a picture of Adam I'm very glad that Bob gave me. Just pretend I'm not here. Adam rolls over and faces the wall. Jake puts a hand on the mattress, staring into your eyes. Then he's kissing you. You're pretty sure you have the worst morning breath, but he doesn't seem to mind. Oh my! He breaks and takes a step back before pulling his pants and underwear down in one swift motion. What's funny is that, like, I literally read these kinds of books all the time. So you're getting, like, my paid work for... Well, not free. I guess I'm getting paid to do this, too. I need you, Patrick. He crawls into bed with you, kissing you again, pulling you back down with him. His hands move into your pants. He feels amazing. At least, he should feel amazing. Actually, he doesn't feel like very much at all. Your eyes snap open and you almost groan in frustration. You swear you can still feel Jake's lips on yours. You wish Jake was more open to things in real life. Your heart's beating rapidly and your morning is almost painful. Adam's still asleep in his bed, snoring softly. You found a collectible, green cloud sticker. A Kelly green sticker cut into a cloud-like shape. Did I say green Kelly? I think that was green colored. Green colored. It's so strange too because the only packaged water I've had that didn't have a taste was Liquid Death, which tastes like the can it comes in. So correct. Part of that is because the sticker was on his you know what in your dream. Okay, I thought so. But yes, Liquid Death is the like most pure sense of water because it doesn't have plastic. It's not seeping in anything. Plastic erodes. Literally, like, there's a lot of science behind plastic, and while it seems like a good container, its particles are consistently releasing and breaking down. Which is why we're like, we being people that enjoy the environment, are trying to cut down on the use and production of it severely because it's consistently just breaking itself down. So when you drink water out of water bottles, you are drinking plastic. Yes, Liquid Death doesn't have that problem because it's aluminum cans. Yeah, and aluminum is way easier also to recycle, to turn back into other things, or just is generally less harmful if it ends up in landfills because it's mostly a naturally occurring source that already the earth breaks down and has like a system on how to handle. A lot of it's obviously chemically treated, it has paints and stuff on it and whatever, but the earth actually has a way to break down aluminum, whereas plastic, it doesn't. The Earth doesn't have a natural way of breaking down plastic easily. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk about plastic. Liquid death is so good. We being friends of the environment. Me too, Patrick. Me too. Good. Among good company. You lie in bed a bit, trying to recover from your dream. A quick glance at your clock tells you it's around 8:45. You can make the Q&A meeting this morning if you want to. It'd be nice to see James, Dan, and the Lizzies again. But the thought of going there still makes you a little nervous. Why? Besides, you could also use the opportunity to get some extra work done. Go back to sleep. Go to the Q&A meeting. Why not? I have a crop top that says, fuck plastic. Honestly, yes. Yes. It's so funny. There's something that Dorian also just bought. That was supposed to be like Walmart. I cannot stand Walmart. But that comes from Walmart's like eco brand. And I was reading the label on it, and it was like, yeah, this is like potentially up to 50% recycled material. And I looked into it, and it's like they spool things and then they kind of just keep the spools together. So there's a chance that the thing that you're getting is 100% new unrecycled material. There's a very small chance that you're getting something that's like 100% recycled material. And then there's a large chance that you're getting some like percentage combination in it. But most of it is new material. Potentially. Hell no. Yeah. Yeah. So I laughed at that. I'm like, Dorian, literally like anything that says that it's environmentally friendly at Walmart is lying to you. If it comes from like anything that the Waltons like own as a parent company, it does not help the environment. I promise you. You quietly roll out of bed and get dressed. Adam stirs but doesn't seem to wake up. You grab your coat and head out. You stand outside the room again. There's people talking inside and you can hear Dan's laugh. You feel a knot in your stomach. You're standing there trying to psych yourself up while you see Liz G walking down the hallway. Patrick! She runs up to you and gives you a hug. Surprised to see you here. Didn't drag your cute friend with you this time. Jake, was it? Anyway, come in. Don't stand out here like someone's kicked your puppy. Marilyn is like super asleep. I hate Walmart, but unfortunately it's the only nearby store with certain items. Ugh. I understand that. When I first moved to New Mexico, I had the same problem, and then I found areas. And off I go to Adland. Well, she grabs your hand and pulls you into the room. The room is full of people you don't know. Dan, seated on the couch talking to some guy, and Liz B is standing there and talking to another girl. They turn when you enter. Okay, who haven't I... Patrick. Hi, babe. Dan stands and gives you a hug as Liz B comes over and gives Liz a kiss. Surprised to see you here, Patrick. Pleasantly surprised, of course. Liz G giggles. Come sit with me, there's plenty of space. Well, there's space, but we're all friendly here, right? You look around, but don't see James anywhere. Sit with Dan. You follow Dan back to the couch and sit next to him. The other guy scoots over to make some more room. Dan scoots closer to you and puts an arm around your shoulders. Hi. Liz B shoots him a disapproving look. Liz G giggles and sits on the arm of the couch next to you. I'm back. Yay. Yes, I was saying that I had the same problem where like Walmart was the only nearby store to me when I first moved to New Mexico. And then I quickly found, like, solved that problem. But yes, I understand that sometimes it's like the only option. I wish there were better solutions. And people are working on better solutions that are not just all evil companies. Unfortunately, evil companies just have the best advertising, so people are not made aware of easy, relatively affordable, or pretty affordable, um, like more environmentally friendly options, or just not supporting evil company options. So just friendly to everybody. Lisby brings the meeting to order and talks for a bit about upcoming fundraisers for AIDS research. James walks through the door partway through her speech, looking more disheveled than usual. Somehow it still works on him. He looks at Liz apologetically, who doesn't even miss a beat. He finds an empty corner to stand in. So please sign up for tabling shift, or sign up to donate some baked goods, but specifically what you're making, so we don't have a repeat of last year when everyone made Rice Krispie treats. Oh, what's wrong with Rice Krispie treats? Nothing, unless the entire table is nothing but Rice Krispie treats. Dan shrugs. I see no problem with this. Liz shakes her head. Anyway, I would also like to remind everyone again that this room is for hanging out and socializing and is not a place for you to come hook up. She looks pointedly at Dan, who coughs. I can't imagine who would do that. Right. Condoms are in the drawer, by the way. Liz rummages around in her purse and pulls out a Ziploc bag of condoms. No, they're not. She tosses the bag to him. Aww. I'm serious, though. We've gotten some complaints that people walking by in the hallway have seen things, and the room is a public space funded by the university, so please use your discretion. She looks at Dan. Or in some cases, someone else's. Sure, whatever. Liz G giggles. Liz B glares at him. Moving on then. Does anyone have anything they'd like to share? A few people stand up to talk about coming out experiences and breakups. We have an Aldi and a farmer's market every Saturday, but those are about it. Fair. Ooh, I don't know if it's even still going. I know that Aldi was doing like they were doing a bunch of like really big sales. I don't have them near me, but I know they were doing a bunch of really big sales to help with like some of the rolling blackouts that have been happening like along the east, as well as like trying to how was this put? Trying to do something that tries to help like lower income consumers. It was something to the extent of that. So they've been having like a bunch of mass sales to try and make sure that the stock that they have gets bought up as cheaply as possible before things have to go up. So yes, while I've only shopped at an Aldi's like once, I do enjoy them. I enjoy that they seem like a relatively good company. I'd like to say something. Well, two things. A lot of you probably met Elliot, at least briefly. He's currently in the hospital because some guy decided it would be a good idea to beat his face in. Not really because he's gay, but I guess, not really because he's gay, I guess, but kind of related to it, and homophobia in general. So I just thought it'd be nice if we could all sign a card or something for him. I'd include a giant stuffed penis or something too, but I'm not sure how much his parents would appreciate that. But suggestions for other stuffed things would be appreciated. Dan, that's really thoughtful of you. Also, I want to remind everyone that James' show closes tomorrow night, so if you want to ogle his shirtlessness some more, your time is running out. Liz G giggles. James shakes his head. And we're back. I'm just saying. Anyone else have anything to share? Okay. Seeing none, I guess we'll see you all next week. Fundraiser sign-up sheets are on the wall over there. A bunch of people get up and sign up or leave. James sits down next to you and Dan. That's really sweet of them. I haven't noticed any discounts at my store, but I don't shop every week, so it might be worth like checking out. I don't think they have an app, but I pretty sure, like most businesses, they have a website. And seeing what they have coming up, if anything. Um, but yes, because I know they've been trying to. They do. Oh, they do have an app. Okay, cool. Um, they have an old one and a new one. Oh wow. Okay. Really done like facelifting for themselves. Um, yeah, it might be worth it to, you know, I mean, you're an adult. I don't need to tell you how to shop, but it might be worth it to look on their app every now and again, just for the fact that I know that they've been trying to do like things that push and help communities that are being negatively impacted by administration decisions. So, you know, if you feel like that's your community, because it's kind of everyone's community right now, might be worth a look. Lisby comes up behind Liz and wraps her arms around her neck, chin on her head. Surprised you're here. Dan laughs and slaps her back. He couldn't stay away from us, I guess. So you're all signing up to table, right? No time. Of course not. The rest of you, though. You say that like I can't bake, Liz. You can't bake, Dan. Ouch, right in the heart. Yeah, because you totally still have one of those. Liz! Liz is being mean to me! Make her stop! Liz G giggles and kisses Liz's hand. Time to go. He stands and grabs his bag. Bye, Jameson. Go break a leg. Or your arm. Again. James shakes his head and walks out the door. So... Fine, I'll do your stupid tabling. That's the spirit. Dan grabs the sign-up sheet off the wall and brings it back to the couch. Looks like there's 2 spots open tomorrow afternoon, Patrick. Let's do this. Sure, why not? No sex at the baked goods table. I would hope that goes without saying. Liz G giggles. Liz B looks over the rest of the sheet after Dan finishes signing the 2 of you up. And that leaves me with only 2 slots to have to do myself. Better than last year. I heard a rumor. Just one? Haha. I heard a rumor James's birthday is next week. What? So it's true. No comment. We have to throw him a huge party or something. Liz shakes her head. Dan, you know James would totally hate that. Exactly. She sighs. Liz G giggles. Yeah, I should probably look at the app more. It's generally helpful. Considering my men decide to sporadically shop instead of like having a shopping day, I try at least a couple of times a week to like go on the Kroger app, and which I know Kroger is not a perfect company, but it's better than Walmart. I go on the Kroger app and I'm like getting coupons for everything that we need and trying to figure out like what's on certain sales that I can put in like our shopping list to make sure, you know, if they are gonna get some stuff, we at least don't have to pay a ton. I shop at Kroger too, don't worry. Yeah, they're I don't like the whole like lesser of 2 evils thing, but I will say that they have better practices. I've worked for them, and I admire that part of their training isn't how to sign up for welfare, unlike other companies. Not that there's anything wrong with welfare. That is totally fine. But if you as a company feel the need to tell people that they should sign up for it if they're going to work for you, maybe you need to reevaluate how you pay people. I should look at their app too. It is generally very useful, I have found. So what day is it? The 29th? No comment. The 30th? No comment. He stares at her for a bit. It's totally the 30th. Liz stares back at him. No comment. Dan laughs. Come on, Patrick, we should make this birthday special for him. Liz shakes her head. I know that he wouldn't want you to make a big deal of it. Or any deal. At all. Aw, where's the fun in that? He's turning the big 2-0. Gotta celebrate his last few days as a teenager. Oh. Oh. Dan, I love you, but you can be kind of an ass sometimes. I'm an ass because I want to make someone's birthday special. You're an ass because you're making a big deal of something that he wouldn't want you to make a big deal of, or really would even want you to know about. Dan shrugs. How did you find out anyway? I have my sources. Liz looks at Liz. Did you tell him? What? No. Okay. She sighs again. I really don't think you should do anything, Dan. Get him a card or something if you really want to, but no parties, no people, no cake. Aw. Seriously. Fine, I'll think about it. Good enough, I suppose. She releases Liz, who makes an unhappy noise. Anyway, I have to be going. Liz G stands and silently walks out the door. Liz sighs. I'll talk to the two of you later. She heads out after Liz. I unfortunately have to head out as well, but we'll talk later. He heads out the door and you head back to your room. Adam's awake sitting at his desk doing homework. Good morning, Patrick. You unlock your computer. Hi, Jake wants games and breakfast. Carlos walks into the room. Hey, Chico, Patrick. It's time to eat lots of food and run. And call an ambulance. I thought you always said that exercise was good for you. I do, but I also always say that exercise after eating is bad for you. The phone rings and you jump. Parents? You should probably answer it, Patrick. You reluctantly answer the phone. Patrick, my baby, you didn't answer when we called on Thursday and we were so worried. You worry too much, honey. Well, can you blame me? Yes. How are you doing? Are you eating enough? Should I send you more money for food? Has the burger place had any more interesting flavors of fries? How's Jake doing? Still eating well, I hope. You laugh. Yes, he's still eating well. You two getting along well? Be safe, Patrick. Dear. What? Don't do anything you'll regret, Patrick. Or he'll regret. Boys will be boys. But still, I don't want to have this conversation right now. Of course not. So how are classes? You talk for a while about classes and your midterms. Your dad seems pleased that you did so well. Soon your dad's pulling your mom off the phone. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye, Patrick. Tell your physics professor that he should... Your dad hangs up and you sit back in your chair relieved. Well, that was something. Breakfast? Breakfast and run with Carlos and Adam. Breakfast and playing games with Jake, Nick, and Hannah. Spend the morning doing homework. We're going to go to breakfast with our boyfriend and friends. I'm going to meet up with Jake, Nick, and Hannah for some board games, actually. We'll have fun then, Patrick. Games sound good. Okay. See you at Student Center soon. You grab your coat and head out. You seem to be the first to arrive at the Student Center. You grab an empty table and watch people walk by. It's a little fuller than usual, probably due to the colder weather outside. Jake soon shows up with a bag of games, followed by Nick and Hannah. Hey, Patrick. They sit at the table with you. I grab some breakfast sandwiches. She pulls some sandwiches out of her backpack. I think Jake should pick last because he'll eat any of these. Or all of these if we let him. Is there sausage? Are there bacon? Is there anything that isn't meat? Hannah tosses you a sandwich that looks like egg whites and spinach on an English muffin. Okay, fair enough. Are you dating Jake in-game? Yes. This is the Jake run that we are doing. The last time that I played through this, I was kind of trying to feel things out, and I ended up accidentally completing the game without dating anybody. So yes, Jake and I, have officially gotten together this go. So, yay me. Nick claims the sausage one and Hannah grabs the bacon one. Jake grabs the remaining 3 sandwiches and Hannah laughs. Of course. So, what should we play? Diamant! I guess it's been a while. Jake sets up the game. The deck is friendly today, and everyone managed to amass quite a bit of treasure. Soon, it's the last round of the game. All the traps have come out at once, so you're left looking at a messy pile of gems and bad odds for survival. Those few gems might be enough to guarantee a win, but you could push your luck further. Keep going. You continue while Jake, Nick, and Hannah all leave. Aww. I'm surprised you left, Nick. Yeah, well, I didn't think all of you would leave. Jake flips over the next card, and it's a large trove of gems. Well, that's the game. You did the ace/arrow run first. I did. I did. Well, because, like, part of this game was, like, not knowing who was honest, like, routes that I could have taken. And then also kind of trying to figure out all the metrics and stuff. And on the very last stream that I did was when Bob found me. And yeah, then he was like, oh, yeah, no, here's kind of how the mechanics of this work. So you're probably not going to end up with anybody. And lo and behold, I didn't. Well, that's the game. You leave and win the game handily. That was fun. Jake leans his head against your shoulder. Is that okay? Definitely. He smiles and grabs your hand under the table. Good. What's next? Power grid? That sounds good. Jake sets up the game. You start out later in the turn order and manage to snag the moderately priced area of the map. Soon the second phase starts and you consider your options. Build into the cheap area to save money, build into the expensive area to block Jake, invest in plants instead and bide your time. Build into the cheap area. You build into the cheaper area of the map. Unfortunately, so do Nick and Hannah, and you soon find yourself blacked. By the time the third phase rolls around, you're behind in money. You're unable to catch up, and Hannah wins the game. That was fun. So, lunch? Food! Buffet! I guess we could do that. You found a collectible. Coal box. A small brown wooden piece meant to be a pile of coal. Right from the game. Do you think you'll ever play Date Everything? Like a Date Everything run? I could definitely see doing like a really messy run. Because it looks like I can actually get with, I can at least get with Jake pretty early on. Oh, there's a game called Date Everything. There is. Oh my goodness. Yes, I have. Hang on, I'm gonna. Okay, that site is already muted. Yes, I have heard of this. I've heard of this. Honestly, I think I probably would. Oh! There's also a character named Dorian in it, which is perfect. Yes, I would very much enjoy playing that. I think that would be very fun. Food looks suspiciously decent again today. They're having a good week or something, I guess. You all grab plates of food and find a table. So, food? Hannah laughs. The meal proceeds smoothly. Nick even goes back for seconds and Hannah teases him about it. What, it's actually good today. I don't disagree. Jake goes through 5 plates and dessert before calling it quits. Soon he's holding his stomach and yawning. I think I need a nap. Nick shakes his head. I don't know why you kept doing homework last night, man. I was just in the zone or something, I guess. He shrugs. A nap actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. Hannah yawns. Damn, it's contagious. I guess we'll see you later, Patrick. You head back to your room and you head back. They head back to their rooms and you head back to yours to try and get some homework done. You pull out some history papers and start going over them. Carlos and Adam walks in the. Wow, I am not able to speak. Carlos and Adam walk in the door a while later. Hey, Patrick. So, time for some homework, I guess? Boring, but necessary. Only if you want to graduate. Um, Carlos shrugs and flops down on your bed. Adam sits at his desk and pulls out some papers. You unlock your computer. So I don't know much. So I don't know much about this game. What's the basic plot? So, for this game, the first in the series specifically, this is a dating slash college slash coming out simulator. So you play as a guy in his first year of college. You get paired with a roommate who's a little bit older than you. It's his second year of college. He's in a fraternity. He's very attractive. You just came out to your best friend who is not going to the same school as you. That would be Crazy Cat Lady 2588 right here. And essentially, you make choices about whether or not you come out to people, if you want to explore your sexuality, if there are guys that you're interested in. There are different paths where you can be more like hookup culture-y. There are paths where you can be a little bit more like focused in on one person. There's paths where you're more inclined to just be around friends. Yeah, it's very much like a choose your own adventure, your choices very much matter type of story. Generally, from what I know, is that if we hadn't gotten the metering that we did with Jake, he would have gotten with a guy who I don't like. I know you can kind of keep like hooking up with Dan if you don't make choices throughout the game, until you hone in on someone. There's some like homophobia stuff that happens at the frat house. Yeah, yeah. There's stuff that happens with like Q&A if you decide to go down that path. There's a lot of like pathways that I do not know right now, but Bob is very immersive in like whatever path you pick. You get a full story. Hey, hey, what's up? Just missing you. I miss you too. How's your day? You talked to her for a bit. Anyway, have to go. TTYL. Crazy Cat Lady 2588 has signed off. Carlos seems to have fallen asleep in your bed. Adam has headphones on and is reading a textbook and taking notes. Huh. So basic dating sim. I'm gonna say no. And the reason that I say no is because of the way that the storylines go. I mean, obviously, dating sims try and have, like, you know, interesting plots with whoever you're dating. But, yeah, Bob writes in such a way. He's legitimately had, like, psychologists say that they promote his game to their clients, that are dealing with or struggling with, like, sexuality and understanding how to come out and stuff like that. So dating is definitely a part of it, and it's definitely the part that's actually kind of what I'm doing with his new game, is I'm trying to help frame what's going to keep audience attention. And obviously what kind of keeps attention with this is your interactions with the guys. But like we're with Jake, and there's still more storyline that's happening. Beyond just like the dating stuff, because it's very much about like understanding who you are, how you are in the world, and then beyond this, there's actually 2 more games that are specifically tied to this story that have a lot to do with like how to shape a life, how to build lives with people, um, family dynamics, family building, all of that kind of stuff. So, wow, that's incredible. Yeah, there's so much that Bob put into these. It's insane. It's, yeah. But yes, so there are definitely aspects of it that are like typical, uh, typical dating sim, and then there's like extra that very much takes you on a journey. Um, yeah, I cried many times, many times, playing some of his stuff on stream before. So work on some more. See if Dan wants to catch James's show. Spend the afternoon relaxing. See, this is the issue that I'm having in real life too, is that I'm like, oh, obviously, let's go watch James's show. But I'm having an issue where like I'm out and about too much that it's not giving me enough time to recharge my battery. So I actually feel like we need to spend some time relaxing. Be more present for the people in our lives and for ourselves. Because we've been doing like a lot of outsidey things that we don't need to be doing. You find it nice to do something mindless for a change. Okay, I thought that was going to say for a charge, but yeah, for a change. You get so engrossed in cat videos that you didn't notice Adam leave and eventually return with sandwiches. He smiles at you and drops one on your desk. You notice that it's actually past dinner time. Carlos eventually wakes up and Adam throws him a sandwich as well. He eats it quickly and excuses himself, heading back to the house. You found a collectible. Keyboard cat sticker. A sticker featuring everyone's favorite musical feline. Adam takes off his headphones and smiles at you. Tetranet? I could use a break from homework. Break time! You spend the rest of the evening playing Tetranet with Adam. Soon you decide it's time for bed. You sleep soundly. Alright, we've been playing for 2.5 hours. And I keep feeling like we're like almost at the end. Okay, cool. Yeah, I keep thinking that we're almost at the end and then we're not. So I don't honestly remember at what point it ends. So hang on. Let's see if I can find that out right quick. Because if it goes into like November, I feel like we can probably extend this to next week. But if we're like right close to it, then there's almost no point. Wow, okay, there's like a ton of walkthroughs. All right, let's go to YouTube real quick, and then we can just look at my stream from last year. That way we can figure this out. All right. Streamed 1 year ago. I don't remember which one's the last one now. All right. I think I'm gonna call it because I think we do have a little bit more to extend through to, and my voice is leaving me. So, yes. who do we have available? Doesn't actually look like anybody in my circle is open. Genocide's doing things, but he's playing Elden Ring, and this is kind of a departure from that. Hydrate. All right, but we are going to go ahead and end at that point. Yes. If in fact we play this again and ends up being a shorter stream because I got the days wrong and we only have like a week left to play through or something, then I might just do more of the playtest, and I'll just message Bob and be like, hey, this might be what's happening. So if that works. But yes, thank you everybody for joining in today. If you're over on YouTube, feel free to like the stream, either the vertical or horizontal. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you're not new and just haven't subscribed yet. If you're on Twitch, feel free to leave me a follow. There's no way of liking the video, so that seems regressive, but whatever. But with that, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in, and have a good night.